hurts and not healing hurts. We have choices that we can make inevitably that will benefit us and some that won't be so beneficial. I'm Kia McLean, the poet, the healing pen coach. I work with women primarily to use the pen as a tool and a resource to journal and heal. So someone asked me a question and I wanted to bring that into a conversation. So I go into great depth about this on my podcast, the Healing Poetic Podcast. But I wanted to have a very short conversation with my TikTok fam and cousins, okay, about healing versus not healing. Both choices are going to cause discomfort and pain. Both will, undoubtedly. If I stay in the same space and don't heal, I'm going to have pain and discomfort. If I decide to heal, I'm going to have pain and discomfort. As a person that's gone through the experience of healing, and as a person who refused to heal for quite some time, I can tell you that when you start to heal, it actually hurts worse in the beginning because you are doing something that's unfamiliar. That change brings about discomfort. That discomfort brings about you doing things that you've really never done before, right? I'll give you some examples, some quick examples. When I started to heal, it was uncomfortable for me because I had to start to really look at myself, examine myself, understand that there were some issues that I was dealing with that I had to face and I had to be honest with, and that I had to start holding myself accountable for. That was very uncomfortable for me because I have been used to doing this, pointing the finger at other people, pointing out what they've done to me, their actions and their behavior, because that's easier to do, right? I don't have to take responsibility or accountability for my actions and my wrongdoing. I can just point the finger back at other people. When I started to heal even more, I started to understand why I became such a victim and was blaming other people. The other side to that is I was allowing anybody and everybody in my life. Everybody was welcome. Everybody, there was a door for everyone. The problem with having a door for everyone is you start to neglect yourself. You start to not trust yourself. You start to allow people to mistreat you. And so that's what started to happen. I started to have people around me that truly didn't care about me, that truly was there to use me or just to take from me, to get my energy, to be a part of the vibe, right? And so I decided that that was not going to be my life anymore, and that I was going to take control of that. Now, the reason why it hurts more is because when you start to set these types of boundaries, when you start to understand and love yourself and concentrate on yourself, it will be offensive to people who you've allowed to intimidate you, to use you, to mistreat you. That boundary upsets people. They will start to become passive aggressive towards you. They will become vindictive and ugly and envious. They'll start to create games for other people to dislike you because how dare you set boundaries and disconnect from them. Because when you begin to heal, you'll see certain people aren't even healthy for you to be around. When you begin to heal, you'll see that this isn't even the type of environment I want to be in. When I started to disconnect from people, places, and things, oh my goodness, the triggers that people would have as a result of my decision to disconnect from them was actually really surprising for me at first. Until I started to understand they wanted the light. They wanted that light. That light was, even when I was in my dark and my unhealed, completely unhealed version of myself, they saw the light that I didn't even see. And so when I took that away from them, that made them angry. If you want to stay unhealed, you will become a pessimist. You will become bitter. You will become angry. You will become the victim to every single circumstance. And you don't realize that you have complete autonomy and control over your life. So if you remain unhealed, if you remain in that energy, you're going to be low vibrational. People will not want to stay around you. I'm here to tell you this. I've been there. I've done that. I've had people disconnect from me when I was in those spaces, and none of them disconnected with me for the wrong reasons. I understood it. I very well understood why they disconnected. So you got two choices to make. The choice is yours. You have free will. You can decide to heal and be uncomfortable, or you can decide to heal and be uncomfortable. But I can assure you, one will be to your detriment, while the other will be to your great advantage. Click the link in the bio to connect with me for the next journaling workshop as we journal through the benefits to healing.